The Verge just posted a article with the headline, "A Note About YouTube Copyright Strikes from Vox Media." I read through it and I suggest that you do the same, but it's from the editor-in-chief. They addressed the situation regarding the copyright strike claims that they made against a couple creators. They tried taking down a few videos that were a little embarrassing for them. I think the main reason that they even posted this article is to try to convince you that, oh, we had a reason for these copyright strikes and this is why we did it. This isn't an apology whatsoever. It's them trying to make excuses.
I want to address a situation around some YouTube copyright strikes since retracted, issued by The Verge and Vox Media, that has gotten pretty toxic and could have been avoided if the parties involved had simply reached out to me directly.
So pretty much what that first line says is they're responding mainly because all the toxic responses that they've been getting from all the creators, which I've watched practically every single video that is exposing them for their abuse of the copyright system. And matter of fact, mine got a lot of views, which I really appreciate. All the creators that made a video exposing them, I love it. I love it. They're saying that it was toxic behavior, which is complete bullshit. The only thing that is toxic regarding this whole issue is The Verge and Vox Media. For them to even consider that falsely flagging content as copyright infringement is ridiculous. It startles me that that was their first instinct. The video was published 3 or 4 months ago now, and they're just now trying to hide it. They figured everyone had forgotten about it, which a lot of us have. I admitted in my last video, I had totally forgotten about it, so they were hoping that they could just make it disappear from the internet. That is not the way to do it. The best way to make something vanish from the internet, keep quiet about it. Delete the video, keep quiet about it, not by abusing the copyright system.
Early this week, a number of YouTube reaction videos were flagged to Vox Media's legal team, who are very diligent and protective of our work. 2 of them were reactions to a PC build video we had made several months ago, which I determined did not meet our standards and had pulled from YouTube.
So there's a couple things about this. I love that they're trying to push it on, oh, it was our legal team that did it. I don't believe that for a second. If it was in fact your legal team that thought it was a good idea to abuse the copyright system, not only what they did is illegal, but it reflects real poorly on your business as a whole. Throws your credibility absolutely down the toilet. And they're talking about a video that had been pulled from the internet. They said themselves, we removed this video. So why would you even care if other creators are making reaction videos? Copyright is when you steal someone's content and are trying to make profit from it.
Those 2 reaction videos use 90% of our footage without any edits, cuts, or otherwise transformative use, and one of them in particular featured what our legal team felt was a pretty racist character. Our legal team felt this was not fair use and issued a copyright strike request to YouTube for those 2 videos. A number of other very critical videos were not responded to in any way.
So they say that there's 2 examples, and one of those I know for a fact is Kyle's channel from Bitwit. And I think the racist character that they're talking about is Lyle, one of Kyle's characters. And yeah, it's pretty stereotypical, and if I was to do that character, I would definitely consider it racist. People love that character, but I think for Kyle to do it is a lot different than for me to do it. For them to play the whole, oh, it was racist, so that's why we took it down, I'm not buying it for 1 second. And they're saying that they didn't take down all the other critical videos. I think that they probably started getting bad publicity and was like, whoa, we better back off. That's just my theory, but I think that, as soon as the bad press start coming out, they're like, oh, we gotta we gotta stop doing this like right off the bat. You know? Okay, let's just pretend that didn't happen. Much like, the failed PC video.
YouTube notified the two channels in question, said there was a chance our request wouldn't make it through, and asked our legal team for their case. Our team made the case, YouTube agreed the videos were not fair use, and issued the strikes.
I have a real hard time believing that YouTube agreed with you that it was not fair use. And back to the whole 90% was not edited, but I know for a fact they're talking about Kyle, because he's one of the two cases, right? And his video was clearly edited. For them to say that YouTube agreed that it was not fair use, I'd like to see the email where they side with you on that one.
When this was brought to my attention a few hours later, I told them that although I fully agreed with their legal argument, I did not think we should use copyright strikes against legitimate channels even if we thought the videos crossed the line. And again, I fully agree with our legal team that these videos crossed the line of fair use.
So why didn't you revoke that immediately? Because he says a few hours later it was brought to his attention. That immediate hour, he should have been like, no, you need to retract that immediately.
At my direction, the strikes were retracted. Here's the note from YouTube. Again, the strikes were retracted at my specific instruction, not through any YouTube dispute process. The Verge has written many times about the problems with YouTube's copyright enforcement mechanism, and I do not think it works well enough for us to use it in cases like this. One thing I did not do was tweet about it because I didn't think the nuance of this situation would lend itself to tweets, and also quite honestly because I didn't think it was a big deal.
That should be a huge deal. He was trying. What he did could practically take down someone's channel. It messes with their finance. Say it's their job and they live stream a lot, which Kyle does. For him to lose the ability to live stream affects his livelihood. That's a serious thing that you're doing. And copyright strikes, that's a scary thing. To even think that there would be a possibility that your channel could be terminated is startling, especially when you have achieved so much.
There were strikes, and the strikes were retracted. I assumed everyone would move on. I did, however, respond to every single person who reached out to me directly. I know it's everyone because only 3 people actually did that.
And him saying, oh, 3 people reached out to me. Well, it's not the creator's responsibility to reach out to you to do a video that is within fair use. It's not a collaboration.
The Verge's YouTube channel has since been brigaded with dislikes and nasty comments, and there are now death threats we have to think about. Here's one.
So they're saying that this is a death threat. Good luck staying alive. The internet doesn't forget. What that comment is clearly saying is your company is gonna die after this. They're not saying you as a person is gonna die. They're saying your company is gonna die. Does anything even need to be said? I mean, who would misunderstand that? They're looking a little too deep in that one. They're really digging. They're grasping for straws at that. Which, for the record, I don't agree with anybody being sent death threats. To send them actual death threats would be super counterproductive. It wouldn't get us anywhere. It would make us the bad guys. They're the bad guys. They're the enemy. They're the ones that fucked up. But they don't deserve to get death threats.
This is all pretty disappointing, especially since I had retracted the strikes and none of the people involved thought it important to simply ask me about it. I hope everyone involved can take a moment and think about making sure they actually know what they think they know, and the value of communicating directly instead of simply reacting.
All that is ridiculous. He's saying, well, since I retracted it, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But say you go and steal a car, right? Steal it from a dealership, and you take her for a spin, but you bring it back. Is it good that you brought it back? Sure. But you still stole the car. Doesn't make it okay. They're saying, oh, well, they should have just reached out to us. You falsely striked creators' channels for making a reaction video without warning. Months later. Why didn't you reach out saying, hey, we're super embarrassed of this video. Would you be able to talk to us about it? Would it have gotten the video taken down? Probably not, but it's definitely more reasonable than just striking their content. Really, I don't know what to say about this. I hope that no one is pleased with this response. What they should do is issue an apology, because if anyone thinks that falsely claiming videos is a good idea and that it's going to work for them, it's not. Unless someone actually stole your content, don't do it. It never works out. So with that being said, I'm not satisfied until an apology is issued to those who were directly affected. That's what I want. That's what would make me happy. As always, I really do appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time. Adios.